Well, hello, Dr. Camilla Clark and Marcel Clark. I'm so happy to be with you all today to talk with you all about funeral services etiquette in a social media space. Why was this important to you both?
You have this conversation on etiquette when you go to a dinner table. And social media and grief have now reached that plateau to where professionals need to talk about it.
So we're trying to make sure that we're educating people on things that they wouldn't think of.
What are your thoughts related to privacy and consent?
When families are dealing with death, there's so many things going on in their mind, and privacy and consent is definitely not on that list of things that they are concerned with, especially with regards to social media. You have family members that absolutely don't want people to see things. Yet someone in the family takes it upon themselves to make it public.
And they're not thinking about how this is going to affect that mother that lost that child, or that child that's not really ready to accept that dad or mom is gone. And so I think we have an honest to start this conversation.
I'm so happy that you all are having this discussion because the key here is education. Dr. Clark, can you speak to the emotional well-being aspect of posting social media information about a family member or a friend?
Speaking from personal experience, when I lost my nephew in 2015, it wasn't an hour before it was circulating on social media. And it's like, we have not even had the opportunity to process this. I personally ended up deactivating my social media page because there's a process to grief. And I was clearly in that denial. So there's no time frame to be in the different stages of grief.
You know, one of the things in social media is for people to gain likes, and it makes you popular. When you can have a post that has a lot of traction to it. How do you get in front of the sensationalism?
We're just in a society that everybody wants to have sensationalism. Folks want to be the first to report breaking news. The best way to get in front of this is to be honest and tell people there is no glory in being the first to report a death of someone's family member. That family is hurting, but also emphasizing that if this was you, how would you feel? Putting people in the place of those who are grieving is probably the most impactful way to get folks to understand.
There's a time and place for everything, right? So how do we get in front of sensationalism when it's a private citizen? Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, James Brown, these individuals live their life in the public. There are online visuals and person memorials where it is expected to where thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands where the country is going to get together to mourn. So that's okay. But then when we bring it down to the individual level, the person that's not public, then we have to govern ourselves accordingly. It's not the place for you to be the first one to report the death, for you to be the first one to report details, for you to be the first one to share the obituary from the funeral home's website. Let the family do that when they're ready to share it.